Bridgepoint Systems introduces Spinergy Pads. For fast and easy chemical-free honing and polishing of marble, travertine, limestone, and terrazzo. Now you can hone or polish marble, travertine, limestone, and terrazzo safely and easily without using hazardous polishing compounds. Spinergy pads come in a variety of grits to achieve any finish from dull to highly polished. Let's get to it. Step 1. Make sure the area is clean and free of debris and abrasives. As you can see, this once beautiful brown marble floor is dull and lost its high polished look. We will start with the red 800 grit Spinergy pad. Attach the colored side to the machine. Wet the floor with enough moisture to lubricate the pad. Excessive water is not necessary and will only make a mess. Choose a starting point 2 feet deep and 4 to 5 feet wide. Move the floor machine in a rectangular pattern counterclockwise for 30 to 45 seconds. Now check your work to see if you're ready to continue. Squeegee off the water and let dry to get a clear view. You should have a smooth, even finish. If you don't, then continue for another 30 seconds. Wet the next area. Move the floor machine in the same pattern for the same amount of time. Be sure to overlap the second section with the first by 4 to 6 inches. Always rinse thoroughly between grits. Notice how the center looks much better than the edges? Now that you've removed the damage and evened out the surface, repeat the process as you move up through the higher grits one at a time, making sure that you rinse thoroughly between each step. Softer stones require less steps to achieve a polished look. See the instruction booklet for details. Tip number 1. Clearly identify the desired result with your customer. Do they want their surface dull but smooth? Or a satin or low reflection finish? Or do they want a high polish? Tip number 2. To achieve a dull hone, you only need to do one step with the brown 200 grit Spinergy pad. Tip number 3. To achieve a satin hone, one step with the red 800 grit pad is usually sufficient. Tip number 4. The higher number grit pad you are using, the less water you need to lubricate the pad. Tip number 5. Never use chemicals with Spinergy pads. Tip number 6. Finish the whole area with one grit before you rinse and move to the next higher grit. If after your final rinse there are any water spots, you can easily remove them by dry buffing with a white polishing pad. There is no risk because there's no need for acidic polishing compounds that can easily cause damage. Spinergy pads are biodegradable, washable, and reusable. They'll even last up to 10,000 square feet on flat surfaces. These incredible pads can achieve a wide range of finishes on any type of marble, travertine, limestone, or terrazzo. There are no chemicals needed. They dramatically reduce the risk of mistakes and are the most cost-effective way to refinish marble, travertine, limestone, and terrazzo.